Good morning. This is Seeker the Sky coming to you live with the Great Ace Attorney. Oh, we're back to it again. I wasn't here yesterday. Wait, was I? I don't remember. I'm getting my days mixed up. But the point is, I don't think I was here yesterday. And I said I was, and I didn't. Oh, you're right. I didn't. I don't... What was happening? Oh, right. I forgot. I wasn't here yesterday or the day before. But I forgot that I had doctor's appointments. I even said, actually, last week, that I wasn't going to be able to do as much this week because I had those things to do. And I completely forgot about them. So, yeah, I wasn't here, but we're here now, and I have some great news. We're finishing this game this week. Now, that's not exactly a huge claim to be making. I mean, we're on the last chapter now. In fact, we're going to be starting in a few minutes. But, that's my note from the title. We are going to be doing more... It's right, 5 hours in total. What? I haven't said anything like that yet. But we might be getting to that soon, because I want to do, this week, as much Ace Attorney as possible, right? So obviously we're finishing this game. We're doing the last chapter today. It'll probably take 2 days because last chapter tends to be super long. And then the next game, we'll immediately start that, and we'll just do that every single day this week. Maybe not some... Well, the time zones are confusing. Maybe not tomorrow or the day after, depending on time zones. I think it's tomorrow for most people. No, for most people it's the day after. Well, the point is, oh yeah, you did miss a ton. I kept going until that trial was over. So yeah, lots there. But what was I about to say? Oh, I've thrown myself off. Right, the point is we're going to be doing as much as possible. Now, we won't be finishing the second game this week, because that would require me doing 6 to 8 hours of Ace Attorney every day. And that's kind of insane. You know, 6 hours is already really pushing it if I have to wake up even remotely early, which I will at least one day this week. But we're going to try doing as much as possible. Yeah, Insanity is a great deal of fun. Oh, so, that being said, we have a lot to get through. So let's start up this final chapter, shall we? I quit out on the save screen last time so that we wouldn't even see the opening cutscene. The Hound of the Baskervilles. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story.
It's coming.
Oh, hold on. Oh my god, I forgot these are voiced. Lost your stream privileges. Can't do them at all anymore? What does that even mean? Like, did you get a noise complaint?
I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity until, at last, it appeared.
I just realized this is not Watson narrating it, because Watson is the little girl.
An enormous beast sprang out upon us.
And there's no way this is Herlock.
It was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames.
Is there a dire wolf in this game?
And hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear.
Ah, long stream privileges. Okay, I was wondering.
Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical Hound of the Baskervilles.
Okay, so I'm going to assume this is not a fantastical creature of some sorts. We don't really have those. I think in the first game, Gordy, which is it's in universe a legally distinct Nessie. Like, Nessie exists in universe. Not exists, but like the idea of Nessie exists in universe. And Gordy is a knockoff. I think it was implied in like the anime or something that Gordy does actually exist. But other than that, I don't think there are fantastical creatures. I think it's just spirits. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the resub. But, wait, hold on. The sound didn't play. Excuse me. Why did the sound not... You know what? No, we'll deal with that later. Yeah, I wonder what this is going to be. What's up with the big wolf? Oh, and 2 months time skip, I just noticed. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. And that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on that day when we arrived in the country. And Soseki-san's terrible ordeal had followed closely behind. We had emerged victorious. However, there then came to be an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur. An unknown student of law from a faraway land. Really? The ads are way louder than me? I mean, I guess I do keep things quieter, No, not really. Oh, I mean, OBS says I'm plenty loud. I keep the game a little bit quiet. I don't really know how... Okay, here's the thing. I do my audio weird. Like, I keep my PC volume low, like really, really low, anytime I'm not at stream. And then usually I just boost it in my headphones. At least that's how I did it for most of my time, because my headphones, not these ones, but my old ones and my other pair, have onboard volume controls. So even when I like go back and I listen back to my stream for issues, I still don't pick up on weird volume things. So it is curious that you say it's quieter than the ads. So I suppose in I don't really get ads on Twitch much. My ad blocker catches them. Maybe they are just loud. I do remember I have been blasted by like really loud ads a few times, but those were a while ago. Since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land, the life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Oh, you took apart your PC. You took apart your took my PC apart. Oh, okay. So you did PC stuff and it changed your mic. I don't know. Maybe what was it? Is like connected with an XLR cable or something? Or maybe you just didn't have it plugged in fully all the way before. But here's the thing: if your audio cable, assuming it's not a USB, is not plugged in all the way, it will just give you quieter sounds. In fact, the current headphones I'm wearing, they're wired, and they have this. I have a wireless pair as well, but I usually use wired. Now they have an issue where the audio jack and the plug are not perfectly sized for each other. They're like, I don't know, I want to say like a quarter of a millimeter off or something. And it's not going to fall out or anything because they're shaped so they don't fall out. But you can wiggle it just a little bit. And if I wiggle it, it'll cut out audio to one of the ears, or it'll make the audio quieter. So it could always be a wire thing. Oh, you plug it in and often. Huh. I don't know. Maybe in that case, maybe it's a socket then. Because once again, another thing. If I look over at my room, I see my laptop I use for work stuff. Once again, same issue where the port for the charger this time is not perfectly sized. In fact, it's a massive issue for this thing because it's like a whole millimeter off. So if the charger does not go in perfectly straight, it's not going to charge very well at all, if at all. Oh, and it really sucks. I hate that. Yeah, it could be an issue on either end, but I suppose since you took apart your PC, it's probably on the PC's end. Don't know what though. Don't know what. I'm just saying words. Anyway, they got a telegram. That's new. I don't think they've gotten one of those before. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oh, he's actually set up office. How nice. Carrier? Oh, look how nice this place looks now. Oh, look at that. They even have a little fish tank. Oh yeah, it's absolutely a win. Let's see, they have a fish tank. They have a pot of tea on. I guess they have also gotten hooked on it. They have their Daruma set up on the shelf. No cobwebs or anything. Still have that bunch of onions, I think it is, hanging up. I don't know the significance of that. Oh, yeah. I did catch a little bit of your stream. And you're talking about your PC being better. In fact, it was in your title as well. Hold on, I just want to keep looking at their room. Yeah, no, I don't know what's up with the onions being stored like that. I've seen it before. In fact, in this game, we've seen it before. But I don't know why you would store onions like that. And okay, anyways. It does look like they use a regular... That's not an oil lamp, is it? I think that is an oil lamp. Oh, you got the VR. Oh, I've owned a VR for a long time. I think I've mentioned it before, but I don't own VR or anything, but I've gotten the chance to play it because other people I know have owned it. And I would really love to have that, even if just for the hand tracking here. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by that telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Chisato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Oh, yeah. It sounds like a wonderful time. I hope it goes well for you, and that you don't get motion sick or anything. You have creatureless VR games? I suppose there aren't that many creature games. Though to be fair, there aren't that many big title VR games. Like off the top of my head, Half-Life Alyx, Beat Saber, I guess Fruit Ninja, which is like proto Beat Saber, and Super Hot. Oh, you don't get it. Oh, that's really lucky. But yeah, no, not. I suppose I can't think of too many VR games. I guess if you want to throw stuff at people or creatures, VR chat could work, but you had to set that up if you wanted to like do something other than talking to people. Oh, right. FNAF Help Wanted. I forgot that. Oh, yeah, there's a whole thing of horror games on VR, isn't there? I almost forgot about that. Yeah, FNAF, Alien, Isolation. I guess a lot of people consider Subnautica a horror game. And if you're in VR, I would probably consider Fallout 4 a horror game as well. So I don't know how well the VR tracking is in that one. That one came out whenever VR was still in its not infancy, but still in its early stages of being commercially available at a reasonable price. So it might be stuttery. I know at least whenever Subnautica VR came out, that one was super buggy. In fact, I think it still is a little bit. Though, then again, I have never once in my entire life seen someone play Subnautica VR and last more than 5 minutes before it scared them, because apparently everyone I have seen play it did not realize they had a fear of the ocean until playing that. Very interesting. Oh, Little Nightmares, yeah. I mean, first person games are not the only ones that are good in VR. I mean, I have played third person ones in VR that are still good. Though admittedly, I don't actually remember the names of them. It's been a long time. I should look into that. Cave Grave. Or because you hate tight dark spaces. That does sound fun. That sounds fun. Let's see. What's up with Susato? You got a telegram, probably from Japan. Susato-san? Yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall I go down to Mrs. Sholm's suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Oh yeah, clipping in other games. Yeah. VR games do have that issue every now, or not every now and then, a lot. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. Alright, what's up with you? What did the telegram say? So, what was it about? That telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Really? Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. Ahem. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Really? We're just gonna move past that? That seems important. What if it was from Japan? I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which should mean he'd have completed the voyage already, or just be a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. By and large, it seems his voyage has been going well. Oh, yep, getting back support is always nice. Is, something wrong? Oh, is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards to Lord Von Zykes? The Reaper? Yeah. I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. What is it that they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Oh, right. I almost forgot that the dock was... They're like a part of the courtroom for them. Oh, yeah, no, that does not sound great. Yeah, I know very well how important a good place to sit is. I mean, whenever I got this new chair, I did not stop talking about it for like a month. Because it's just so much better than the old one. I don't know how I tolerated the old one. It was trash. Like the way that Nightmare's trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Hoseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means... that the Curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's a little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields a sword of justice himself. Oh, a nice view. Yeah, I don't have a nice view in here. I think I mentioned before, but this room has no windows, which actually is ideal here, because in the summer, the sun doesn't really set, and that can make it a bit hard to sleep. Now, come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Von Zykes hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Hoseki-san's trial, he is withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Oh, you have a frog shrine. That sounds not cool. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in recent spite. Blah. God, I am stuttering so much today. It's fine. I always give myself a bit of time to get used to it. So it's just been me who's had to face him in this recent spate of trials then. Ugh. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. And that's all from you. Let's move on then. You won't be able to fit half your frog stuff on it. Oh, yeah. You know, I never really had a shrine or thing, but I do recall when I was younger, I had a net for my plushies that would like hang up on the corner of the room. And I occasionally had it in mind to actually organize them so they would look nice instead of just being shoved into the net so they would fit. That was nice. Oh! Alright, I had to voice you now. What's... Excuse me? Excuse me? What's this music? This person is not... What? I'm sorry. This is so distracting. So I know it's supposed to be bad on purpose. But, God, it bothers me so much. Please, put more pressure on the bow. I know how to play this instrument. Please. Oh. Oh, God. Okay, move on. Move on. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Oh, she gave us nicknames. Good morning, Iris. I stuttered. Iris. What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? Oh, Herlock. Really isn't the best form this morning, it seems. He wears glass vials on his belt and a gun around. Like the house. Hello? That was him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. A good morning to die, perhaps. Oh, it's so weird seeing him depressed. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence! Is he bored? That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and an insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Cat? Oh, they have a cat door. Oh, and it blends into the actual door. That's interesting. Oh, look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. Oh, did Soseki leave behind his cat? Oh, I see the line. There must be some tiny door for cats to use, but how did it get there? Oh, they made it, obviously. Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholm's desk. Oh, is it because he doesn't have any work? Oh, I did say that earlier. I think he might be bored. Oh yeah, go give them food. Go give them food. Anyways. Oh wait, his machine is missing. Oh, okay. I thought he had like paperwork there before. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? 4 hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored, no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever, no more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry. I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius upon a man. The next, they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh, dear. Ugh! Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Is he an aspiring artist? Or, like, outside of being a detective? Like, a detective is just his day job, maybe? Okay, huh. Interesting. Also, I saw, you said you woke up better hours ago. Did you wake up early today, perhaps? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Ah, well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into your insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's giant analytoscope? That's at Wittybanks now. Ah, I see. Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank? No, Wittybanks, the pawnbrokery. Did he have to sell it? Is he poor? The pawn? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. Oh, waking up at 5, that's gonna be rough. Yeah. I think the earliest I've had to regularly wake up was 5:30, I think. I mean, obviously I've woken up earlier than that before, but like on a regular schedule. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is. It doesn't sound ordinary at all. 4 in the morning, yeah. Actually, last night I had a really terrible sleep. I kept waking up in the middle of the night. Because, I remembered like the last minute before going to sleep that I had an appointment in the morning, or not like last minute before going to sleep, but last minute before starting stream, and an appointment this morning, and I had to wake up early for it. And whenever I'm in the mood to wake up early, I just do it automatically. So I woke up at like 11. I woke up at 5. I woke up, and then I woke up at 7, which was my alarm was at 7:30, which I suppose wasn't. Like, isn't really that early, but it is whenever most of that time is commute. Oh yeah, no, that does suck. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbrokering works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? Oh, is it different in this time period? Is it not just a place where you go to sell stuff? What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbrokering works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they're able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see? Especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Yeah, I just prefer, like, all my meetings and appointments and whatnot early, because commuting takes forever. So if it's early, I'm going to be back, like, afternoon. Not the word afternoon, but as an after midday. Oh, how ingenious! So whenever we have something that is getting in the way, we leave it at Windybanks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? I feel like I'm not doing his voice properly, but it's because I'm so used to doing it energetically. Of course, you had to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? No, what does it matter? The world is dead to me now. I hit the wrong button. I'm gonna get a repeat of this entire conversation now. It's fine. So, I guess they treat the pawnbroker as a proto-stock market then. Yeah. You've mentioned that before, and I do envy you. Meanwhile, I live in the middle of the woods pretty much. But, interesting. So this pawnbroker deal that they just talked about, like spent all that time talking about, is definitely going to be coming up in the trial. I wonder how, though. If I move... Nope, I can't do that. If I examine... What now? Do I go over here and eat? Oh, wow. Her side of the room is completely different. I completely forgot about that. You know, it's been so long since we've been in this room, actually. She has a big typewriter, presumably for writing her stories. She has a footrest down here, which I guess makes sense. Oh, it's not. It's a footrest and a footstool, so she can get up. Tiny country does sound nice, but also I do like... I personally prefer big country, because that way I can just go into the woods or a mountain, you know, somewhere that no one's been before. Or not no one's been, but no one currently is, and just be there. It's nice. But yeah, what's up with Herlock? I had no clue. Anyway, Iris, I need to talk to you now. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owners completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews are empty as the hearts of the muses. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Oh yeah, no, that would be great. Yeah, even here, there is not another country in close proximity. I guess if you were speaking strictly on borders, things are close in proximity, but also literally no one, not literally, but pretty much no one lives near the borders except for the border on the sea, you know, because trading via sea is like our lifeline. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Yes, he really is. Oh, yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did it come from? Oh, you noticed? You really are observant, Runo. Look, I use this as my latest invention. What? What is that? Is this a cat door installer? I call it the Cat Flapomat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it at any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. That is terrifying. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make a cat flap rather than making a machine to make a cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. Oh god, Iris's voice is gonna murder me. I can already feel it. You must make one for us for the door. Wow. You must make one for us in the door on our office upstairs, Iris. I know, I really would. But I have a feeling that's probably exactly what's going to happen. Maybe not brick, but it's definitely going to be used in this case. Otherwise, she wouldn't have made it. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Heh. Oh. Oh, what was that? Wagahai? Oh. I feel like I heard a chicken in there, but I know I didn't. What was that? Oh no! Wagahai's tangled up in your violin! How does that even happen? I think he thinks it's a toy. No! Wait, no! What's he doing? Oh dear, Mr. Sholm's precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. What really has him like this? We already have two big mysteries. What is up with the telegram and what's up with Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyways, I'll put it back where he lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe you should assess the damage. I don't think there's anywhere in this, yeah, no, absolutely a spike action. But I don't think there's anywhere in this room that's out of a cat's reach. In fact, there is a great deal of things that ensure that everything is in a cat's reach. Still nothing, though. Still nothing. Do I need to talk with Iris again? No, I don't. What an unusual... Okay, that is not even close to out of the cat's reach. And also, if you're going to put it there, at least remove the pillow so it doesn't fall over. God, that is the worst way I've ever seen a violin mounted. They are just asking for it to break. Okay, that being said, apparently I need to inspect something in here. Is it the food? It's probably the food. Yeah, no, it really doesn't. It looks like a huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It was very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always had to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How do you come to that conclusion? That's interesting. That's like an opposite of Nick and Maya's dynamic. Because Phoenix was always having to keep an eye out on Maya, because she's actually quite the kleptomaniac. Anyways, do I inspect the food? Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. The English pastime of tea has so many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. Oh, okay. Yeah. But do we inspect the violin, perhaps? Oh, yeah, that's in quite the state, isn't it? Oh, poor violin. Ginormous crack in it. The polish is clearly worn off. And only 3 of the strings are strung. The 4th one is... it looks like it's... one side's been snapped and the other side's been torn off. Oh yeah, sitting down is actually quite tiring. It's a Stradivarius. Oh, what? You let a Stradivarius get into this state? God. I mean, I personally don't care much about, like, having a fancy old violin, because they really don't have much of a different sound than a regular one. Well, I keep saying violin, but viola. Either way, I don't really care about having a really old fancy one, but I do know how much, like, they are worth, both monetarily and historically speaking. It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in the world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There is none! I guess music really is his passion, and being a detective is just his day job. No, he does seem to enjoy it, at least. Being a detective, I mean. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with the fancies to release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Hmm? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there's no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Don't tell me he pawned it and then someone bought it and then he got the wrong one back. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Is it a viola? Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument, called a viola. Oh, carved from Luxembourg. Interesting. But what is a viola? Okay, first of all, I would like to point out that the things that they said just now about the 3 things, the tone of wood, the crack, and the size, that's not really a difference between violas and violins. The main difference is that there's a different string. But I was more interested in the fact that it's, you know, has only 3 strings. Also, how did he not notice? He was holding the thing. What? What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Yeah, I really don't think he is. I think this is going to be essential to the case. Because, you know, we went through all the talk about the pawnbroker thing just a second ago, and how he pawns things he shouldn't. So he definitely pawned his violin, and then he received a viola in return, and didn't notice. He didn't even, he received a cracked viola that's a different size than his, with a different color than his, that's really has a ruined wood, and he also has a broken string, and he didn't notice. I mean, the broken string might have been the cat, actually, but still. What do you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Woody Banks until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. It's hard to get the tone of these sometimes until they're finished typing out. There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So, you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Wittybank mistakenly furnished me with a tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw! A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Our keychains are tangling themselves. Oh wait, keychains. I thought you meant like key rings. No, that makes sense. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, crossing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Wittybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato, with a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you still do not intend to crunch your bacon at an increasingly vacant aspect, to fresh your eggs even more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Don't worry, Reno. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker looks like. Oh, there we go. Onwards to presumably... we can go to two places right now. We can go to Baker Street, home of the Sholmes office and the pawnbrokery. Okay, they're nearby. So the cat door definitely is going to be important. And the actual pawnbroker. Let's go to the street first. Let's take a look at it. Okay. Well, we see the pawnbroker. Not especially secure to be leaving things outside like that. Ah, and here's... Oh, wow, it really is just next door. How? Okay, yeah. So, here is Sholmes and Iris's place, and our place, I suppose, now. Then there's a vacant building in the middle. That's important. And then the pawnbroker. Well, let's head in. I wonder if there's going to be like a heist. Or someone uses the cat door maker to go into that building in the middle to this building and steal something. I mean, here's the thing. These games don't have to be about murder. I mean, they kind of do. That's like the whole thing. But it doesn't have to be murder. We have had previously, I believe, 2 cases that were not about a murder. Now, to be fair, both of those instances were actually double trials. Well, like those chapters were had 2 trials in them. The first one being the not murder, and the second one being the murder. And they're actually both really interesting the way they pull it off. I love it so much, especially the first time they did it. Okay, I'm going to explain it right now. So the first time they did it, you are the defendant for a man who claims to be a phantom thief, as in like flashy, announcing themselves up ahead of time, leaving a calling card type of thief. And he's going around wearing the costume and everything, saying, "I'm guilty. I'm the one who did it. I stole the gem." And you know, being a defense attorney, you say, "Well, I'm going to defend you because your wife asked me to, and I'll get you off the hook." And you do exactly that. You defend him by successfully accusing the detective who was going after him, the famous detective, of being the actual phantom thief. Or at least, the very least, being the actual one who stole the gem. And then, immediately afterwards, your client goes on trial again because the the thief was his alibi for not being the one who committed a murder at a separate location. And since he couldn't be the thief, according to your, like, how you proved it, he had to be the murderer. Because we knew that these two people, one of them was a murderer, one of them was a thief. But then he had to prove him innocent as a murderer, which does actually prove him guilty as a thief. Because, you know, he's been yelling this entire time because he knew this was going to happen. And then at the end, he gets completely off the hook because of, right, in that moment, in that particular moment, they are acting as though they are in the United States, which has double jeopardy, which means you can't put on trial for the same thing twice. And, you know, he was found innocent, they can't put him on again, and so he just goes on. And he doesn't keep being a thief, mind you. I think he does like a security consultant company, you know, because he broke into a bunch of places. It makes you like have a bit of reputation when it comes to security. It was a really well done trial. I love that one. Definitely. Oh, okay. Let's say highlight of the game. But then I realized that's in the third game, and the third game, the highlight of that game is the finale. It's so good. It's so good. Oh man, I love those original games. They're so good. These ones are too as well. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my! There's all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid my eyes on before. Ah, Susato-san, that spark of wonder in your eyes. Can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. I'm surprised she didn't come here before, considering it's not next door, but it's pretty much next door. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Shelms. We are calling a matter of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Shelms means business too, judging from the sparks of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Shelms, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Wittybank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Before that, I'd like to examine. Let's see. We have a strange horn, or maybe a giant pipe, probably a horn. Taxidermied alligator or crocodile, one of the two. A shovel, a bucket of shovels. Human skull with the top chopped off a little bit, or sawed off. Many clocks, including this one in particular that stands out a lot. I wonder what's up with this. It has a crank on it, so it's maybe I don't think it's a clock. What is this actually? I don't necessarily think he looks evil yet. I think he just is a shady shop merchant. He has a pawn shop. Oh, what are you doing, my dear fellows? We're not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Wittybank first before we can explore in here, Mrs. Otto. Alright, fine. I'll talk first. Ah, wrong button. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Ah, yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Wittybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Shelms. I'm so sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Aye. Have fun lurking. Oh my god, he has a gun! Oh my god! I shall have to take my own life! God, coming out of Deltarune into this, you know, what are the odds? 2 games in such a short span of time. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I might just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Shelms, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin, and when I heard, here it is! You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. Yeah, this is definitely like his movements were so exaggerated. 'Cause I was wondering, was he running over to the book to like quickly do some like accounting or something? No, he was running with a fury and passion, the likes of which I've never seen. However, there could be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guild die with me! No, stop, my dear fellow, the fault is mine! Whew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Woodybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition, now would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought to my door in the past. Oh? Peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example... the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novel of Herlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my, a new, fully fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. I must know more, tell me everything. Wow, Sato-san is really fired up. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Woodybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings. Securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that stable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? Oh, interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of our customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me, plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months have passed, then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Woodybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. And let us not forget that I had already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Wittybank has installed here in the shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Wittybank? Ah, yes. What was that deep sigh about? Is it not very helpful, I imagine? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. No, I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. Oh, wow, this is so expensive. Do you know how expensive film is, especially in... What is this? Early 1800s, I think? Late 1800s, maybe? 1800s sometime. God, that is a pricey device. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Oh, here, I have an example I can show you. Ah, yes, a printer from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. Also, are they just doing colored photos now? They were in black and white up until the game, like through the game up until the end of the previous trial. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it can produce crystal clear images, even in darkness. Sholmes, you could be rich if you wanted to. Really, that's extraordinary. Yes, yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. Yeah, Sholmes, even in modern day, that would be so valuable. A film that can take nighttime photos in color without a flash. That's crazy. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. Oh, he said there's two of them, right? What if he staggered them so that they take, so that a photo is taken every 15 minutes? I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress as of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Wittybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but two cameras in my shop, after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. No, you could just turn it on at night. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. You know, if you are doing this because he's your favorite pawnbroker, the least you could do is give him a discount on it. Especially since you are presumably the supplier. Oh, heaven help us. I mean, you gave him the devices. I mean, I suppose that's a really good sales tactic, but he clearly does not seem that into it. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Oh yeah, that is completely different. It's almost red. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Wittybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you gotta stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you, then, Mr. Wittybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, I think his weird, his untrustworthy merchant aura has disappeared. He is quite pitiable now. Also, I do pity Percy Bakery, who loaned their sign and was unable to recollect it. That is not a good sign for a bakery. Unless they just got a new one, I suppose. So, Mr. Naruto, now we can explore at last. Oh yes, oh yes. I would love to do that. What is this thing? Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh, it's a really big music box. I noticed them on the shelf a second ago. Yeah, the blue one over there, and green one as well. Oh my! Yes, but I certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Oh? That is an interesting tune. Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and the restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes can be played, on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness! What a simply delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Indeed they do. That's going to be very important. Probably like this clock as well. I investigate. Oh, wait, no, I can't inspect the clocks, really. Okay, usually those would be pretty important, considering a crime is going to be taking place in here. What is this? Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for something, for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. Oh, that's what that is. That's cool. I used to have a little tiny stereoscope. You know, like the ones that you put up to your eyes and you, like, click it and it flips through the panels. A stereoscope... fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I have a look. Just before you do, there was something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the images properly, stereoscopically as it were, you'll need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm going to try it. Oh, there's a whole animation, like, pose for this. Ah! Mr. Naruto, you must see! At once! Oh, alright then. So, I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Alright, what are we gonna see? What the? I don't believe it. Naruto, I don't think you're doing it right. And you're not supposed to see two of them. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls at the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh. Well, there's more to look at, though. Like this strange object on the floor. Well, look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. This is a scale. There's a small catch just here, look. Or is it not supposed to be on the floor? We're going to open it, aren't we? What is this? Oh my, it's amazing! It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. Hmm? What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows just to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Is it also a type of stereoscope, perhaps? Interesting. Is that calendar today's date? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th of April. Today's date. Ah, yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style, page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. A perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period had passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I had to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh, yes. I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Alright, that's gonna be important, especially because he does it at midnight of all times, instead of when he wakes up. There are some other eye-catching things, like this shiny red jewel. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches? Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially pop, an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now that you've explained it, I'm noticing a little price tag on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So, you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never, it embodies my student spirit. What? Only a tuppence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. Oh, the article's barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. Who's talking? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had to put proper butchers at it? I've seen all I need to, young girl. Hey, we saw her before. Oh god, it's been since real-life May since we saw her, but she was a thief, right? From, like, the first chapter, and then she escaped by stealing Iris's, like, not paintball, like, smoke bomb gun. Wait, don't we know her? I'm sure I recognize her. She has a very distinct design. Oh yes, that's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Oh god, 2 months ago is actually accurate now. Her name is Jeanne Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Ah, there's the gun. My Gordon Bennett, you lot! Oh, she still has it. And she still has ammo for it. Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Eh? Oh, what? You remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Down and out, like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Coat, have you? What is this on about? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? It has very unusual seams, to say the least. Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken, you would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of valuable to pawn, don't you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. You know, I was half expecting him to take the smoke launcher and disappear with that. He's really done it. He's gone. Oh, I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Oh, is this for the music box? Oh, and you! Go on, leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Man, it's crazy how we haven't even got to the investigation, like actual investigation yet. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who would use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably doesn't belong here. Belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear! That thing belongs to me! This disc that Mr. Windybank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Alright. Well, let's go speak with him then. I was going to do that next before she popped in. Look, it was from Windybank, watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about. I don't believe that this is the time for browsing, Mr. Naruhodo. We should probably see whether the argument's been resolved yet. Oh wait, I was trying to click on him to talk with him, but is that not how that works? How odd. Why can I not speak with him by examining? What if I move? No. Oh, I had to actually click on him and not his desk. I see. Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of little tiny bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a musical box. In a music box? What? You don't even know about what a music box is? Ah, you Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. That's so incredible. Tell us what tune is on the disc. Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you about that. There are so many different types of music boxes, you see? British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing what particular music machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. Oh, that's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never mind you. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc is worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ah... I mean, you could try and see if it fits the music boxes that he has on display. She's been in before, of course, this little tatterdemalion. I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if it were only that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? Oh, I skipped a line. I mean, oh, how does that come into all this? The disc is something else. A new article upon, if the girl and I can agree the price. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I had understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ooh, that was a bad line. I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me, old man! It's me, old man's, ain't it? Oh, me, old man, okay. Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yes, oh, yes. This is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please. Oh, who is this? Oh, you know, I just realized in the last chapter there was that really noble-looking guy living in the house, like not in the house, living in the same building as Mr. Natsume. We never got a follow-up on that. I wonder if we're gonna get this chapter. Who's this picture postcard perfect? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I've a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Oh, who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker? Oh, yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Oh, yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say... any music box discs, too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. I just realized, are we actually going to have a civil dispute? I mentioned it earlier that maybe it's not going to be murder trial, but we might actually have a second civil dispute case that's occurring in the series. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Oh, actually, I just realized this probably is not going to escalate to that. No, it's probably still going to be murder. It's the finale of the game, after all. But it would be interesting if it was. I just love when this game doesn't do murder things. It's always so interesting when it does. And the game's really interesting anyways, but, you know, subverting the expectations. Because, man, that civil dispute case was so good. Because you had no clue what was going on. Which game was that? Oh, which one was it? It was game 6, actually. So the last game where you actually get to play as Phoenix Wright himself. Oh, such a good game. I love that one. I love all these games. Oh, they're so good. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying... what do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Oh, let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you bought in here just now? No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again. Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. I was thinking, it takes a really dedicated fellow to be wearing a white suit and pants and gloves, especially gloves, in the middle of 1800s London. Oh, come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Oh, hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Does he have a receipt or something? I imagine that they have receipts. Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Wittybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. See, look at receipts. Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh. I mean, why not? I never ask a customer's name. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... Is he gonna whisper or say it out loud? Professor. Yes, that's right. And that's all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without a doubt. A watchword? Interesting. Okay, wait, did Lestrade not give the watchword then? Did she just bring the ticket? So, about these watchwords, Mr. Wittybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There were many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. Oh, hi Herlock. Nice chocolate bar. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? My great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well... Anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identifying each item. And of course, I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir. Yes, yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th of February. With a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Well, I mean, I guess you have to give it up now, don't you? And I still don't have any evidence I could present, so I guess we just go speak with the man? Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Well, that's certainly one of the more obvious puns in this game. Enchante. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat. Return it at once. To someone with the style to carry it off. Okay, so here's the thing. I haven't been putting too much effort into his voice so far, because something about him has bothered me. I was wondering what exactly was up with him, and why he seems so strange to me. And I just figured it out. This guy looks and acts just like a young Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 3. Revolver Ocelot being the name of a character in that game. Can I do a Revolver Ocelot voice? I wonder if I can. It's kind of hard to do a Revolver Ocelot voice, because he isn't really doing so much of a voice. I mean, he is. Oh, Revolver Ocelot's voice is such a weird one. At least the young one. The old one's easy, because he's pretending to be... Well, okay, middle age is easy. Old one's a bit harder. But I don't even know how to do the young one. Because he always has such bravado behind his voice. He's super, super overdramatic. Here's the thing, Metal Gear, very... Okay, not very serious. It's a game that takes itself seriously. Okay, it's a game that doesn't take itself seriously, but it is about serious things. And Metal Gear Solid 3 in particular, it's... Imagine like a James Bond movie in the jungle. That's pretty much what it is. And so you have Snake walking through the jungle, through an abandoned factory, and then you get ambushed by the Spetsnaz, which is Soviet Union Special Forces, and the leader comes out wearing a beret, holding his, like, doing gun tricks with his pistol, and then he meows. That is the type of person Ocelot is. He is so strange, so beloved. And as you might expect from someone who meows to introduce himself, he does not talk in a normal way. Not really, anyway. I mean, his words are normal, but the way he says them, not even like a pronunciation thing. He just has... like I said, I don't know how to describe it. Every movie makes, every breath he takes. Oh, I missed that last line. Oh, the coat actually does look good on you. It's just, oh, let me see. What did she say? I can't stand watching him. So, that'd be the end of the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. Oh! Oh, yeah, you haven't played Metal Gear, have you? Metal Gear is such a wonderful game. Also, it's kind of like watching a movie. Okay, here's the thing. I've tried playing Metal Gear before. In fact, it's on my list of things I want to play. It's not just on that list. It's on the list of goals for the year, I think. But, it is a stealth game that effortlessly swaps between actual, real, serious monologues about the horrors and tragedy of war and then immediately switching to, Ocelot meowing at you. And the thing is, Ocelot is such a goofy character. Okay, so not spoiling anything, Ocelot is a member of the Soviet Union's Special Forces, the leader of the Ocelot Union, units. Like I said, he meows to introduce himself. In fact, he actually does it multiple times. And it's not like he goes meow. No, he puts his hands up like their claws, looks up at the air, and yells meow. Well, there's like reverb and zooming effects on screen. And all of his soldiers just sort of look at him while he's doing that. And even though he is part of the Soviet Union, when he gets to middle age, he's obsessed with being a cowboy. So he gets a southern accent, and he learns to ride a horse, and he uses, a revolver, the name which is jest. And then he gets to old age, and I don't even know what's going on anymore. Because here's one of his things is that he's a specialist in torture and hypnosis, which are two strange things he put together. But he hypnotizes himself in old age, and it makes him go crazy, and you don't even realize he's done it, because not even he realizes he's done it. Oh, he's so wild. I love him. I think he's definitely a fan favorite character by far. But also saying that most characters in Metal Gear are fan favorites. I would absolutely love to do one of them here. In fact, we might, because the Master Collection Volume 2 is coming out, and if we were going to play one of the games, it would definitely be number 3 or Metal Gear Solid 3 or 1. Man, no, they are great. You should definitely give them a try if they're up your alley. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here is the disc for you. Just this one. A pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding what more was rightfully mine, are you? Yeah, to be fair though, they aren't most people's thing, because stealth games are not a popular genre. A lot of people don't like doing things slowly, and they especially don't like playing games that are basically movies, because Metal Gear games are known for having long cutscenes, and they get longer and longer and longer the further along into the games you get, until they take a sharp drop at number 5. And here's the thing, I love long cutscenes. Or, for most part I do. I don't like the opening of Metal Gear Solid 3's cutscenes, because so much of it is just tutorial. But as far as the gameplay is concerned, I have a complicated relationship with it. On one hand, I did not enjoy a single boss fight in the series until Metal Gear Solid 3, which had the first good boss fight, I think. And then, but before that, I still enjoyed the gameplay to a degree. Because even though I can't really run and gun through it, as long as you aren't playing on a hard mode, which it actually is nightmarish, still interesting. Because I do remember, I tried playing Metal Gear Solid 2 on hard mode for the first time. And, oh god, I hated that. It was so bad. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I ain't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Oh, wait a minute, that disc is mine. Oh, they're actually fighting. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of those sharp little bumps. That man must have scratched his fingers on them. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Oi, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again, so you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? Are we actually gonna have a civil dispute? We might. Oh, yeah. From what you've told me about Grounded, I definitely have a good idea of what the gameplay is like. Not like necessarily what the gameplay is like, but what like the freedom of movement you have. You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? You're a lawyer. Take them to court. And we can't leave, can we? No, probably not. Well, I can try and speak with Windybank. Mr. Windybank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Oh yes. You have shared your random staircase stories. Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. I feel like this is not the right option. Oh, maybe it is. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in a jovial... Oh, I have hiccups. Oh, that's terrible. As the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of friendship. I had nothing to occupy my mind. I was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning my interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. It was, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Man, what is up with me today? Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you solved the entire case once again? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another one of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it'll help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Yeah, listen to the deduction. I guess it counts as part of the investigation, then. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where in the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Aye. Back to lurking. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with the intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, wow, okay. Feels so weird to be doing this when not even... Like when a murder hasn't even taken place. Topic 1. Mystery Man's Aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what you brought to this shop in the first place is a staff recruitment flyer. Oh, I just realized in the opening scene, whenever they were talking about like a white wolf, they were talking about this. Like this guy, 'cause he goes around wearing white. Yeah, you know, that makes sense. But then, okay, well then where's the wolf part come in? Is this because he's a criminal? It might be. Or maybe he's like a bigger threat than he's initially letting on? Probably. This piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement for this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need for such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. A cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. AG! Didn't we have a... What was it? There was... Oh no, I just realized it was like a W or an M in the previous chapter, way back in May, whenever there was initials. I just remembered that there was initials somewhere, but it's not AG. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. And therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. I heard something rip. You recoil, sir. Oh, did it rip because the jacket's not big enough for him? Or is it like it's too small for him? You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding the riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel. Oh, what? Are you insane? And now, having determined the undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here... Oh god, my nose. was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. I will note. I haven't done so yet. Today's stream will probably be of the normal length of 2.5 hours, because the appointment I had today was for my allergy shots, and my nose is not having it. You know, it's almost like getting injected with the things you're allergic to. You know, makes your body react a little bit. Anyway, I don't think he was here to tunnel under the pawnbroker. Oh, topic 2, here we go. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you've been planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Say, for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer was revealed by the council note on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. The letter gives notice of a public work to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage networks, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows into the very close proximity of a great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. A master plan? I feel like I'm giving them a similar voice because my nose is so stuffy. Which brings us to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off with from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard from the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Oh, Crystal Tower, I have heard about that. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great London Exhibition shall soon be underway. The government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of the bank, the Special Reserves Fund for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Yeah, I was wondering if they told him all this, which there's no way they told anyone else. Has he just been, like, dying to share it, and that's why he's pivoting so hard into this, or leaning so hard into this? I guess he's not really pivoting, and when he had nowhere to like start. Well, I guess he had a starting point. He abandoned it very quickly, though. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbrokering puzzle. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it had in its vault? Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Oh my god, I just realized the cat flap door maker It's going to be used to rob the bank, isn't it? Ah. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Witterbank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh, my life! I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruto. An excellent idea! Haha! Oh, well then, Mr. Naruto, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Alright, here we go. Second time. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Alright, here we go. Number 2. Or not number 2, but like run through 2. Bum bum bum. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption's ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Oh, we know that's wrong. We won't read that. So, Mr. Sholmes' reasoning... Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. Oh my god, I got a hair in my eye. Ugh. It's fine. Hold on, give me a second. Ah. Well, this is the second time this has happened, like, today, I think. Oh, my eye. Oh, god. Oh! I forgot, I also ate spicy food. Okay, well, now because I touched my eyes after eating spicy food, now I had to go wash my face. Okay. I'll have to return very momentarily. Where's the break screen button? Oh, god, my eyes are already crying all over the place. There it is. Okay, hold on, I'll be back. Oh, my eyes. Alright, I'm back, and my eyes are no longer burning. Well, okay, they are burning, actually. But they're burning considerably less than they were before. And that is a significant improvement. You know, I mentioned how this is, like, the second time today that I got a hair in my eye. This is the second time this week that I've touched my eye after eating spicy food. Like, not this week, but in the past 7 days. In fact, last time, it was on last stream. I did the exact same thing. I don't know why I did that. Usually I'm so good at not doing that. In fact, I do such a good job at washing my hands. Usually it doesn't even matter, but clearly it does still. Because I've now burnt my eyes twice. God, that sucks. Okay, it's fine. Moving on, my eyes are just a little bit blurry from that. Because, you know, involuntary crying. No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular moment in time? Oh, I will say though, that definitely cleared up my nose. I was worried about that for a minute. Anyway, can I see behind your back, please? Look at this hand back here? No, I can't. Oh, on the back of the flyer. What is that? Who is that a picture of? Is that the little girl? Is that Lestrade? Oh, look at the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Wendy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline 5th of April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all the information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Oh, okay, so he is actually here to steal the thing. I was wondering what was going on. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that writing and sketch on the reverse side of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Wendy Banks' pawnbrokery here. Ah. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade who stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today. By which I mean, here to Wendy Banks' pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to such lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there's some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course... Not that. Nope, we know that was wrong. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, the bit that makes a nice clacking sound on the pavement? Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't exactly look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we not know. Well, I don't know what the cane actually is, because it's clearly not a walking stick, but it does have these initials on it. I don't know anyone who's AG, though. Have we met anyone that's AG? Not to my knowledge. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? And we are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in the most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had the cane for years. So don't try and tell us you just borrowed it from a friend or found it at the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Oh, he tore the coat, I think. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? I. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind the rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. That handle which you evidently... Oh wait, that's not it, right? Well, let's consider the bare bones of what's happening here. Ms. Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually did identify Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Yeah, I know. I kind of wish they didn't do that gray bit during those where they like give you a hint. It really doesn't seem all that necessary. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Ah. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name, and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. Ah! This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Wittybank. Ah! But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been unconsiderably curtailed. Yes, it has. So you're going to have to redo everything else pretty much from scratch. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to flinch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? Necessite pas. I don't know French. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only all too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which you— Nope, that's not it. I think the ledgers got left open. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it sounded all rather exciting. Anyway, we can't deny this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Wittybank would have never allowed you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Wittybank would allow you to redeem it whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Yeah, also Lestrade also knew it, you know. Are we ignoring that? Anyway. Not that notelet, not the old lamp. I think it's the notelet, right? Unless the ledger counts. But it really does not look like it does. Because you do not have a lot of angles you can look at this from. Yeah, you can't even inspect this big book, which I assume is the ledger. Also, I just realized he has a picture of his dog. And I think that's a real picture of a dog. No, wait, notelet. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for a watchword and then notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has to hand. Then he consults the ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation by Mrs. Lestrade. Mrs. No, Miss. In all likelihood, you followed her inside, and then observed her talking to Mr. Wittybank. When the diligent broker made note of the watchword, as is his common practice, You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the letter. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. The master plan? Which brings us to the last brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard... Nope, that's wrong. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which, according to Mr. Windybank, isn't even worth a penny. And yet, this man went to such a length to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look at all the evidence we've collected so far. Oh, I mean, we only have one, which is the disc. Oh! Apparently that doesn't count. Oh, when he said thoroughly inspect all the evidence we have, he meant actually inspect it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, skip the get it wrong dialogue. And go in and actually inspect it. Don't be lazy. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Let's see, here we are. Examine. And here we have a note. Oh, it's Mr. McGilded! Oh, he's relevant again? Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck on the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like someone's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Alright. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, For McGilded. Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Your true identity shroud in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting. So, is it like, is it not music? Is it a voice recording? No, it has to be music, because it just bumps. There's no grooves or anything. So how did, maybe it's a key. Maybe. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to whatever Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. That is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today. would have been 15th of February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. Oh, what? But that suggests... Was this deposited after he died? Yes, 15th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. At 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem this matters entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, it's a robbery. I must insist that you hand over the music box disc now. Mr. Windybag, the reason you have a gun is presumably not to kill yourself, but to protect against this. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What would I do? Absolutely not. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Mr. Woodybank, this is my shop. Oh, Mr. Woodybank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, don't start putting the gun to your head. I should have to take my own life. Mr. Woodybank, no! Alright, that's enough. Who was that? Hey, the coppers are here. Inspector Gregson! Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's this all about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last! I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand. No, they're not just gonna let him walk away, right? They have to arrest him. Okay, he gave the coat back. Right, you got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered by some petty agree-bargy. The petty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met his end. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain couldn't meet its end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. Well, no matter. It's something to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. He's getting away! After him, lads! Whistle the beat officer, too. Sir. Oh, they are just gonna let him get away. I'm surprised they aren't carrying guns. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fit in emergency buttons beneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector. I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. You know, I wonder how their emergency buttons work. Because I was thinking earlier that they probably have one. But it's not like it can be a wireless bell or anything. Oh, I suppose it could just be a wired bell. Yeah, that would work. Long wire, though. I suppose most wires are long. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking whatever it is of Mr. McGilda's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't! Don't give it to him! It's mine, that is, mine! I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to Mr. McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so, we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and we were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued. Wow. We went an entire to be continued and we didn't even get like a... We didn't even get... How to say? like a murder or anything. We just got an attempted robbery. And like a fraud. Fraud as well. No, fraud isn't something that actually happens much in this series, is it? No, it's really not. But hold on, I'm gonna look up how long this chapter is. Because the finale is usually super long. And I assume it's gonna be the same here. And luckily for me, I do have this lovely little thing I have saved. It gives an estimated length of each chapter. Oh God. This one's long. So you know how I said this is Ace Attorney week at the beginning? I still mean that. We're still doing that. But I think a lot of it might end up being this one, like this chapter. Okay. How are we going to divvy this up? Because I do have, well, one day this week where I can't go super long, excluding today. Today also can't get super long. I think we will call it there for today. And then we'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow? Well, we'll be here every day anyways. Even if it's not very long. We'll be here tomorrow and we'll try to do the entire rest of the investigation. That should be doable. And then after that, we will be able to do a long stream. So we'll do the entire trial in one go. That's going to be a long stream. Definitely at least 6 hours. But I think we can manage it. So, that being said, let me pull up... Where's my thing at? Here it is. Oh, the lovely end stream screen. I've been so consistent in using it lately. That's so nice. In fact, I've become really consistent in all of my like regular stream tasks that I have to do recently. It's very, very nice. That's too big. I should get hotkeys on that. I haven't actually made something for stream in so long. I've been working on my art, actually. A lot. Not a lot. Not as much as I want to. But, you know, I've been doing... Oh, I know. I know. But my nose, it's starting to clog up again. The allergy medicine is really taking its toll on me. Even my arms are swollen still from them, which is always the roughest part. I can't do... Well, I really do not want to do physical labor on any days where I get these things. Because they're rough. They're rough. But they work so well, so I do it anyway. Yeah, I've been working on my art, actually. I've been trying to draw at least once a day, and I haven't been too terribly consistent on that, admittedly. But, you know, I've been doing decent. And we're making steps. That's the important thing. So, with that being said, is there anyone else doing Ace Attorney? There is, but they're ahead of me, so I'm not going to raid them. So, that being said, no raid today. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Seek the Scuff. I will see you all tomorrow for hopefully a long stream, or at least a medium length stream. And I am signing off. Goodbye. I hope you all have good days.